Hello and welcome to this video review of Smurfs Kart for Nintendo Switch. This is a Smurfs licensed kart racing game, and considering how bad other licensed kart races tend to be, it's actually very good. It is, however, extremely similar to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Not quite as full-featured and a bit rougher around the edges, but fundamentally this is almost exactly the same experience as that game. Features like the drift boost, turbo start, the ability to pick up 10 different coins or here Smurf berries to speed up your engine, the core weapon set and the ability to hold 2 items at any one time are all present. It looks and feels very similar to Nintendo's classic party racer, and that is a good thing. That said, anyone familiar with Mario Kart 8's gameplay will notice the lack of things like the ability to hold weapons behind you as a shield, fire behind you, or throw defensive weapons forward as projectiles. But other features are actually slightly more fleshed out, like the start line rev gauge that shows you exactly what you need to do to get that initial boost of speed. It's not a particularly difficult game, though on the second of the 2 skill levels, a veteran might struggle to win everything first time out. Beginners will be happy too, as it's easy to control the karts, and the first of the 3 Grand Prix Cups, and each of these comprises 4 races, doesn't let you fall off very much, so frustration levels are low. There are some nice moments of spectacle too, particularly when you get in a large bubble that automatically speeds you along a set route before dropping you off further up the track. Some of these bubbles require careful jumps to get to, so there is some risk and reward gameplay present. The track design is strong, with well-balanced layouts offering shortcuts for the adventurous, and I like the way that the camera doesn't stick to the back of the kart, instead allowing the kart to drive at 90 degrees to the ground on some sections, which is exciting. On the negative side, the handling feels a little loose. There's no online multiplayer at all, and the Smurfs are only voiced with vocal noises rather than actual words, which is a missed opportunity, though I appreciate it does need to be translated into different languages, so maybe that's the issue there. There are also only 12 circuits, plus a mirror mode, so you can basically see everything the game has to offer in just a couple of hours. It is comparatively short. There's also not much variety between the track graphics for much of the game, though they are pretty to look at. At least the Smurfs themselves each have a unique special ability to enjoy, though if you're regularly at the front of the field, you won't get to see yours very often, as the game holds these back and provides the coolest weapons to the players at the back of the pack, so they can catch up. This at least balances the race decently, and again, this is something Mario Kart does so well, so everyone has a chance of getting at least near the podium. Graphically, the game is surprisingly good, perhaps due to its Switch exclusive nature. The environmental graphics are nicely rounded, the Smurfs are animated well and look good, and the frame rate is a stable 30 frames per second in single player. That's not as fluid as Mario Kart's 60 frames per second, so it looks a little rougher, but it's still very nice. This even extends to the 4-player split screen, which is targeting 30 frames per second. It does hover somewhere just below that, maybe 25 for most of the time, but it still looks like the single-player version of the game and never descends into flickerbook territory, which means it's easy to play and enjoy. It's a very strong 4-player split-screen mode. Besides local multiplayer and the single-player Grand Prix, there's also a single-player time challenge mode to beat. Each track comes with 3 different ghosts, and that's different medal tiers from bronze to gold, as well as a ghost for your own personal best. Then there's a sticker book to go through and complete as you tick off small challenges to unlock the stickers until you've got them all. The game is, as you've probably noticed, extremely predictable and doesn't really bring anything new to the genre, but it's nonetheless good, clean, wholesome fun that looks good and is well designed and is better than most licensed kart racing games like Nickelodeon Kart Racers, for example. While it's certainly not as good as Mario Kart 8, Nintendo's game still costs a lot of money, and you can already buy physical copies of Smurfs Kart for significantly less at retail. And if you're watching this video a few months or years after release, and you're finding the game is cheap in an eShop sale, definitely buy it with confidence. It's a perfectly good kart racer, and perfect for family fun, or for kids playing on their own in between. So I give Smurfs Kart a very respectable 4 out of 5 stars. It's a smurfing good time. Well, that's all for this video. Please hit like and subscribe, leave a comment to say what you think of the game, and please check out my channel for more gaming videos, music videos, and more. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.